So this past weekend I preached on faith and how we have to just have faith. You know, that great scripture passage, Mark chapter 5, verse 36, do not be afraid, just have faith. And I said, you know, there's reasons that we have to go out and look for this. There's resources out there for us to use. Now, of course, the one that I mentioned right away, of course, is we need to be able to look at a Bible and to open it up and to say, listen, this is what Jesus says. Not only what Jesus said, but the Old Testament, the New Testament, it's great. So each and every one of us should have a Bible at our home. Not only that, but let's use it. All right, let's make sure to use it, open it up more than once a year, you know, which is beautiful, but let's open it up maybe at least once a week. How would that be? How great would your faith increase then? So this is one of the resources I recommend everyone should have is a Bible, maybe even a Catholic Bible. What do you think? And make sure it's well used. It's awesome. All right, so the Bible, number one. Other thing I mentioned during the homily, of course, is the Catechism of the Catholic Church. All right, this is the big old version. There's a smaller version as well. That version's at home right now with me, but this one is the one I use for reference and to look stuff up. Any question you have about the faith, you're able to find it here in the Catechism of the Catholic Church. It's a great, beautiful document. Maybe some of you guys are familiar with the Baltimore Catechism, and that was more like a question-answer thing. That was more like the doctrine of the faith. You know, it's interesting. We don't have that one around anymore. Now, obviously, you can still find it on eBay or Amazon or whatever, and it's a great document to have. But something I find that's really helpful as well, instead of the Catechism, which we want to use, is also something called the Compendium of the Catholic Church. Now, this one, by the way, is more question-answer. And in a certain sense, I like to say it's like the Cliff Notes for the Catechism. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I use this with my wedding couples when I meet with them sometimes. I make sure that they read over what marriage is. And here, it's question answer. It gives you some great resources. So this is a great book to have as well. Once again, Bible, Catechism, then I recommend at least one or two other books of the next five I'm going to show you. The Compendium being one of them. Another thing that came out, which I think we're going to do more with, at least I'm going to try to do more with in the future, is the United States Catholic Catechism for Adults. Now this came out recently as well, and this one kind of is a little more self-explanatory. It's for adults. Now what does that mean? Well, it's a little smaller than the Catechism you see, but it kind of goes into more details oriented towards us as adults, I guess. It's once again, it's a beautiful reference to have, and recommend this. I recommend a lot of books. You'll figure that out. Okay, so there's one for adults. Now something interesting that came out, I think, on World Youth Day for Madrid, all the kids are able to get something called the UCAT. This is the Youth Catechism. It's bright yellow. It's called UCAT. It's awesome. This is made for teenagers. I just picked it up myself. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I've heard so many great things about this. If you have a teenager in your house, if you're a teenager, go and buy this book, UCAT. It's awesome. It's going to tell you about saints, about stories. Many people that I know have used this say it's great, that they, not only as a youth, but everyone should have one. So UCAT, it's even in bright yellow. The Pope likes it, all right? So those are all catechism stuff, right? Now, sometimes we'd have more questions than the catechism, and that's where it's good to have some other resources. Someone I liked is Peter Kreeft, and it's called Catholic Christianity. More question answers, more on doctrine, stuff like that. So more about the Eucharist. I use this. Random questions you have about the faith. What do we teach about Mary? Of course, they'll be in the Catechism, but this will have a great section on it as well. Final thing, you know, sometimes you'll find these little books. I think this one maybe be, it's 40 pages, all right? But it's called the Handbook for Catholics, all right? And this is awesome to have as well, just around, you know, just to figure out, okay, who are all the, you know, the saints today? How do you pray the Rosary? What's the Our Father, the Nicene Creed? This other great things. So right here, this is a Catholic Handbook for Catholics. It's great. Other books like that as well. Now, obviously, if you look behind me, I have a huge bookshelf worth of books as well. And there's more at home, and there's more hiding because I need to have all these books. So, of course, there'll be resources online we can find as well. So make sure to take a look at some of the resources I put up there. But the main message here is what? Let's go ahead and expand our faith. Let's take some time every single week, maybe even every single day, 10 minutes a day. Can you imagine 10 minutes a day? A great book you could spend 10 minutes a day with for, I don't know, 2 months and you'd be done reading it, is this United States Catholic Catechism for Adults. In the videos for it, they even say, put it by your bedside and read it before you go to bed. You're going to learn so much. So let's go ahead and expand our faith as we prepare for the year of faith and look for more opportunities that we're going to have here at St. Ambrose, hopefully, to really expand on it, maybe more study groups and stuff like that. All right, God bless. We'll talk to you soon.